Hi, cooking friends. This is Diane, and Kyra is going to help me today. And in the last couple weeks, we've made some desserts, and though they are yummy, they are not very healthy. So we are going to make a very yummy chicken and pasta salad, and with some nice healthy fresh vegetables. We got carrots and tomatoes and a red pepper and some mushrooms, and then we're going to toss theirs with some Italian dressing, and we're going to toss ours with the pesto sauce. When I say theirs and ours, I signed up for a take them a meal slot today, and where we are making dinner for another family this afternoon. And this is a dish that's typically served cold, and it's so hot outside that it seems like a really good thing to make today. So we are going to start. We have one little pasta in there. So we have our water is ready to add the pasta to. So I am going to give the phone to Kyra, and I will pour the pasta in. You want to be very careful when you're pouring it so that we don't splash hot boiling water up. So we're going to let this boil.
It's salted water too.
Yes, it is salted water. We do add salt in our water when you're boiling pasta. It does give it a nice taste to it. So we are going to let this boil for about 5 minutes or so, and then we will be back. Hi guys, I just wanted to show you these tortellinis and let you know when these tortellinis are done. I bought these tortellinis from Kroger's, and they are in the frozen section. And I just wanted you to show you that when they start to float on the top and that you can stick a fork through them nicely, then they are done. You don't want them to be too mushy because you have to eat them, and mushy pasta just doesn't taste right. All right, Kyra. Now that our pasta is done, we are moving on to the chicken. So I have here a stick of butter. A stick of butter is equal to about a half a cup of butter. We don't need quite that much butter, so we're going to cut that stick of butter in half and put it into our pan. Now watch your lines. These lines delineate what is a tablespoon. So you want 4 tablespoons. Just because my pans are not the best pans on the market, and they are supposed to be non-stick, but they do stick a little bit, I am still going to spray it. So we've talked a lot about spraying properly. If you hold it up a little further, you get a nice even fan. If you go down really close to it, you get a puddle. So Kyra, throw that half of your stick of butter right into, and we're going to let that melt. Turn your heat up to about halfway up. The pan is already hot because we just boiled our noodles on it. So give me the plate with the butter. We'll scooch that to the side for right now, and take that chicken. And we are using boneless, skinless chicken breasts, but you can use thighs or chicken strips or whatever it is that you want to use. So, yep, cut into the package. And use your fork. Never touch raw chicken with your fingers because it can pass germs and bacteria. Be careful so you don't touch the plastic against the hot pan. Let me get you a fork. Here you go. I'll just stab the chicken breast and stick it right here. You can squeeze the chicken breast to the opening. Now we are going to fry these chicken breasts. I always use butter when frying chicken because I just think it gives it a little better flavor, but you can use oil if you want to. Just take the... Great job, Kyra. All right, now give me your fork and we'll set it. We have a plate over here that we use to keep our utensils and keep them off the counters. Now you want to sprinkle a little bit of pepper. Just sprinkle it on top. Yep, make sure you coat each one. A little bit of garlic powder. Again, you just sprinkle it so it covers each one. A little bit goes a long way when it comes to garlic powder. And then we don't have a salt shaker here for some reason, so I'm going to assist you with the salt so we don't pour it right on. We're just going to sprinkle a little bit. You want a little bit of salt, but you don't want to be real salty. So Kyra, you're going to cook this for a couple minutes on each side. Then you're going to maybe 3 or 4 or 5 minutes on one side. Then you flip it over and cook it same on the other side. You do not want to eat undercooked chicken because it can pass on bacteria and salmonella. So we will be back when we're ready to flip the chicken. Okay, guys, it looks like our chicken is ready to turn. So we're going to turn each one over and let it sit for a few minutes on the next side and let it cook all the way through. Kyra's going to help us finish. And by the way, tomorrow is Kyra's birthday. She turns 13. Oh my gosh, I feel so old. Teenager. She will be my second teenager.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I'm trying to get this chicken off the fork.
Alright, see how nice and golden brown some of those pieces of chicken are? Our pan doesn't heat up very evenly, so when this piece here starts to cook through, then we'll just switch them around a little bit so they all get to be nice and golden brown. Okay, so now I think our chicken is pretty much done. We are going to check it. We don't want to serve undercooked chicken, especially since we're making this meal for somebody else. So I'm going to have, thank you Kyra for holding the pan. Remove some of these golden brown pieces and kind of move them around so they all get nice and golden brown. I'm going to have Kyra hold the fork for a second and we're going to cut into one. I think this one probably needs a couple more minutes. Yeah, I think that one still needs just a little bit more time. Alright, that one was done beautifully. So we're going to let that one kind of cook a little bit, but as we're doing that, I'm going to turn our heat way down because we don't want it to burn. And then we're going to take some of these ones that are done. We're going to take them over here. We have a clean work surface right here. And Kyra is going to cut them into small bite-sized pieces. If you see any hard pieces of gristle, we're going to cut those out. Okay? And I will get you a bowl for our, if we have any yucky pieces that we need to take out, we'll just throw that right in that bowl so it's easy cleanup. So Kyra, I want you to cut those. Here, hold this for a second and I will show you about the size. I'll show you the size that we're looking at. We're looking at roughly like that size. Okay, now see this one has a piece of fat on it. We want to kind of cut that off. Okay? We're going to do all of these pieces of chicken. And as you cut them, each piece up, you're going to throw the cubes into that green bowl that's sitting there waiting for you. Okay? Okay, so now we have our chicken all diced up and ready to go. So now Kyra is going to work on slicing up our vegetables. Again, we're going to slice it up into some bite-sized pieces. You want to have a variety of flavors and a variety of textures with each bite. So Kyra, we now have a clean work surface over here. bring your pepper. Let's start with our red pepper. Bring your red pepper over here. And first you're going to take your knife and you're going to cut around the stem. You're going to cut that part out. Without slicing your fingers. I'm trying to see. There we go. Just put it right into our bowl there. Okay, now you're going to slice the pepper in half. Watching your fingers. And you're going to rinse the seeds out of the pepper. Just make sure you get all the seeds out. Okay, now, oh, you don't have, we still have seeds in there.
Yeah.
So we're going to take our knife. Here, hold this for me, please. Watch the. So what we're going to do is these white parts here, these are called the ribs. And we're going to take those out. And that should take the rest of our seeds out.
Is it just like the watermelons?
Okay, just like that.
Yes.
Now this one here has a sticker on it, so we're going to take the sticker out and put it into our bowl. We'll set that one aside. We'll get these seeds off of here. We don't want the seeds in our. So what we're going to do now, Kyra, is you're going to cut them into strips, and then you're going to cut each strip into chunks. Okay? Just like that. Make sure, yep, make sure they all separate from each other so that when we go to put them in the thing, we don't have a segmented strip. Okay, yep, keep going. And we're going to pause again and we'll be right back. Okay, so now we have diced our pepper. And we have mixed or separated half of our pasta and half of our chicken. So Kyra's going to go ahead and start stirring things up a little bit. And she's going to add the half of the pepper that she diced into that bowl. You want your pasta salad to be full of flavor and full of color. Now there's some tomatoes over there, Kyra. If you want to find some tomatoes. We're going to just rinse those off. They don't need to be washed. They don't typically have a lot of dirt on them, but you do want to rinse them off. Okay, and then you want to take about half of those and put them in your pasta.
Do you want to cut them?
You can cut them if you want to. It's up to you.
So we can cut them like...
Just cut them in half if you're going to cut them.
Yeah, just like that.
That's fine if you want to do that. Okay, keep cutting. Okay, so next is our mushrooms. And mushrooms tend to be quite dirty when you buy them. And you need to make sure that you wash the dirt off. So, you know, here's our mushroom. You can see all the yucky dirt on it. You don't want to eat that. Then the ends tend to be real dry, and you want to cut those off too. So, Kyra, you want to get close to the end as possible. Not, you don't have to go all the way up here. Go to the side and cut the tip of the end off as much as possible. And just throw your dirties or your yuckies right into your bowl. You want to do the other one. I've already done that one for you, so you don't need to do that one. All right, so now, a lot of people don't like mushrooms, so I try to make them large enough that if they don't like them, they can just pick them out. So, Kyra, you're going to cut it in half, and then you're going to cut each half into about 3 pieces. So 1. This one's probably big enough you could do 4. Okay, so like that. Okay, so let's see what it looks like. There we go. That way they're big enough that if you don't like them, you can pick them out. I don't believe in hiding vegetables. I don't believe in hiding things. I think that kids and people need to know what it is that they're eating. In case they do like it, then they know that what it is that they do like. Or if they have an allergy or allergic reaction, they know what it is that they're allergic to. Good job, Kyra. All right, now over on our surface over there is some carrots. Be careful because that burner is still very hot. And you want to open the bag and you want to pour out about half the bag of carrots. You can use your knife to open it if you need to, or you can find a pair of scissors. Always point the knife away from you. Stab it into the bag and pull it away from you. Okay, good job. And pour about half the bag out, a good portion. Okay, so carrots are funny. They don't like to get cut. They're hard and they're slippery. These carrots are packed in water, so they are wet. So, Kyra, what you need to do is I want you to hold this for me for just a second without blocking the thing. The easiest way to cut these carrots is hold them like so, okay, and then just cut. So you're holding it like this and then just cut like that. Otherwise, you get carrots that fly off, and it's likely to go flying all over the place. Okay? So hold the ends, or just hold the carrot down.
I feel it from you. Right? Did I feel it from you? So cold. Did I feel it from you? You feel good.
Alright, so Kyra is just finishing up with these carrots, and she's going to pour them into the pasta. And then she's going to mix it all up together. It's going to be pretty and healthy. Okay, so give me that plate. We'll put that right in the sink. You can give me the knife too. And bring your bowl over this way. Now you're going to mix it all up together. Oops. And look how pretty. Now, obviously, you can use any vegetable in here that you want. You can use green peas or sugar snap peas if you want some green in there. You could use spinach if you want some green in there. You can use celery. You can use any kind of vegetable that you want in here.
Probably even pretty much any herb.
And, yep, just about any kind of herb also. Our sauce will have quite a bit of spices in it. Okay, Kyra, so over by where we were cooking is some Italian dressing. So if you see the bottle, it comes pretty separated. It is made out of oil, and oil tends to separate from other ingredients in your bottle. So you want to shake it up before you use it. You want to shake it up really, really good. Okay, now you want to take the top off. It's a brand new bottle, so you have to work the seal just a little bit. Now this is something that you can make ahead, and you can make like in the morning, and then you can have it in the evening. So it'll be nice and cold and refreshing. Like I know a lot of people are cleaning up from flood damage right now. It would be a really simple thing to put in your refrigerator and just eat it when you're done. So Kyra, let's start with about a good squish of the bottle. Maybe not quite half. Keep going. All right, now let's stir it up. We want to cover all of the pieces. We don't want it to be real dry, but we don't want it to be real sopping wet either. So it looks like it might need some more. We probably wind up using about half of the bottle. Okay, so we've used about half of the bottle of the dressing. And it looks pretty good, don't you think, Kyra? Or do you think we should add just a little bit more?
I think it looks good.
So it's kind of dry. I think for me, I would add a little bit more. I don't know the people that I'm giving this to. I just saw about them on one of my Facebook and neighborhood apps. So I'm going to just leave it like this, and then I will take the rest of the dressing to them. And then if they want to add more, they can. Kyra, you did a fantastic job. High five. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy your pasta salad.